Hey, so I went to a Chinese buffet and it was really good. So, yeah, it was $12.99 for supposedly, but I think they charged me for supper and in the end also tax and it was like almost $19. So I just want to say it was a really good dining experience. Mainly I went home and, just eating kind of normal without enough to fill up on good food. I came home and I woke up and my whole brain was sore. Um, So I was there and I'm used to eating there and I know about it. So I had the stuff and it was a good experience in that way. And it was nice seeing, older people there, younger people there, usually with older than them people too, adults. And so it was just a great experience. And as far as race goes, I would say I felt sorry for the Asians. I mean, it's not like people are like acting interested and they're kind of themselves, introverted, worried about their own race. I mean, even the nice Asian lady who was there, who was older and more mature, seemed just concerned with the fact that she could do anything in life and do something for the younger Asians and prove she wasn't God or something, though. But it wasn't something I would do, but I'm younger than her, so it was a really good experience. I did find it's good to go to the bathroom. I think I went 3 times, like when I got there, and 2 other times. And then I just left. And I wish I went since I got on the wrong bus and was on for an hour and 10 minutes and had to go to the station. Even had to buy a Gatorade. And I guess it was $2 or something. I got lemon lime. So it was a great experience. I would recommend going. I think you're supposed to go once in a while. There are also Indian restaurants if you can try that sometime. And you could go like once a year or something at least. And get the mango smoothie while you're there. I mean, you get smoothies anyway. If you get smoothies anyway. Um, so as far as the race goes with eating there, I would say it was still very racist, sort of underappreciative. Only the Latin American sitting across from me seemed to be worth anything in that way to me. So, I was nice to everybody, and I just felt sorry for the Asians because, like, who wants to be Asian and find out all these things that Europeans do, trying to look Jewish, being racist against Jewish in the end, but not really more than Asian or anything like that. Or I think I saw African Americans there. I did see a child with light brown hair, but she didn't look very happy, so I'd leave her alone. And then I saw an older girl with like medium dusty brown hair. It was long, and she could have had bangs, is all I can say. And I have bangs. I part them to the side. So the African Americans, I'm interested in the actual heritage, not like comparing biology anymore, like, because I already have. And as far as what I would wonder, it'd be like I think the reason you're not happy is because you didn't actually mold your whole body to look white, like some half African Americans did before. I think they were blonde. I think unless they were 1/4 or it was a fake picture. So yeah, the African Americans have a nice life, but they're not accepted in public, which is the problem. Their kids are very good. Everything's perfect, a lot like the Asians. Except Asians aren't even talked to and don't have any fun. So, it was a good buffet. It had good choices. It didn't have a lot of work for different kinds of things, but they had all the main things there. Mostly, like they didn't have salt and pepper squid. But they pretty much had one of everything, one kind of each thing. It wasn't like a variety of sort of different things that nobody likes, but I did go around and find even different things, like what they called kebabs with teriyaki chicken on it, and that was one of my variety things. So, and I just had water, so it was cheap. But I'm more interested in talking about the climate, like how people just kind of act themselves and acknowledge the Asians as better than like maybe other races than just Middle Eastern, which would just be African American pretty much, right? And then odd ones. But then they weren't really interested, talking to them, respecting the Asian culture, saying their biology was amazing, just making them feel kind of uncomfortable, like they're tacky, or maybe you'd say gay. So, for me, I would say if I was blonde, I would be considered attractive. And so That's just a difference. And I've had light hair before, except the roots were dark and it was kind of just tints. But it was enough to say it was light, and it's lighter than Dirty Blondes were. And right now it's kind of like, I use Sun In and stuff and purple shampoo, but it's grown out. And the curly hair shampoo I had to stop using because the curls got too tight. So as far as the climate at the Chinese buffet, I mean, most people are used to, I mean, everything was pretty and fancy. It wasn't cheap or trashy or anything like that. Like as far as the food choices go, it wasn't always the typical. The fried rice wasn't savory, but it wasn't disgusting. So I wouldn't say the fried rice was good, but I think it just wasn't like big enough. That was all. It was very pretty in some places with decorations, which was also very stood out a lot, but it wasn't like the whole thing was big, and I mean, it wouldn't be huge, but it wasn't like pretty big and fancy. And the music wasn't like classical piano or Disney or something, Disney piano or something. It was, today it was just pop music. So I would say it was pretty trashy and bad as far as using your bucks, but I wouldn't complain about the waiters or the cooks. Maybe it's just a fast food Chinese restaurant that they wanted to make. That's all I can think of. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't make it the typical best. I mean, it looks like it's just a trap. Like they have the best of one kind of everything. Like there was only one kind of like the chicken with the ketchup and stuff, and that's all I ever order when I get takeout or whatever. So so the food wasn't really great, but it wasn't disgusting, and it wasn't the trashy kind. So, I mean, there was more than just a little something there. Everything was okay. That was the only thing that was good. And they had a display of good sections of Chinese decorations, and it told me that art in Asia was okay. But you know, it wasn't like full out the best. There wasn't like lanterns in every corner. They were above the tables, but they weren't decorated. You get the picture. And as far as the racial climate goes, they just made them, the waitresses and whatever, they made them feel tacky. And they had no idea of what the actual culture was or the prejudices they faced today. And they acted like they knew it all and they didn't care. They're just there to steal the food and criticize it like it wasn't their thing and it wasn't something new. They thought maybe the Asians weren't there for them. Maybe they weren't people. Maybe they didn't sacrifice anything. Maybe they were young. And as far as talking to each other, I think they were just antisocial and thought they didn't have to do anything. And they think life tomorrow is going to be better, and it never is. And I think the other parts of the country are a certain way. And on the way home, I recorded the sound of a girl from Arizona on the bus, and everyone was interested in her. I was so happy the whole time. Well, later everyone knew and was acting like she didn't care about me. Because she acted like I would never get something in life for not filming her walking away when I'd already taken a quick video of the whole bus just so I know how fat she got to be. She wasn't fat, but I'm saying she got to be nice and plump. But, yeah, so I have that recording up, so I forgot what I was going to say about it, but, so yeah, it was a nice Chinese buffet, and, you know, I'm interested in whatever happened with the girl down south from Arizona. So, I mean, I can talk about that later. So I guess I'll just post this now. This is 9 minutes. I hope it loads. I think it will. So I hope this gets popular and I get comments. And I'll link my blog on there and something about asking for comments. It'd be nice to collect comments about all my YouTube somewhere too, so I have to think about that. Hopefully I'll do that this time too. I mean, I don't see why not. I just have to wait and do it. Okay then, bye for now. I hope this is a good review of a Chinese restaurant and the racial tensions I experienced this time. I'm in northern Ohio and I'm not from here, but I've lived here for a few years since my parents died, like 2021, 2025, so I haven't been able to move away. Okay, so it's up north and it's so I'm not messing around or anything, I guess, but But yeah, it's a nice place up north. It's at the top of Ohio and it's on Lake Erie. So, okay. I hope this is a good review and it gets popular on YouTube and I collect comments and stuff. And I hope to see more and other people watch it and catch on and everything. I think I should go now. Okay. Bye.